So, I think most of us would agree that the BSA Gold Star has got to be the most iconic British mark when it comes to two wheels. But even though that may be true, how will a company that hasn't produced a bike since 1973 stand up to the competition that 2022 brings? Anyway, putting that to one side for a moment, let's find out what this new Gold Star has to offer, and take a look at 5 real reasons why you should consider this bike over the usual suspects. Now, for those of you that can remember back in the day, the DBD34 Gold Star was every ton-up boy's dream bike. But almost 60 years on, it's not all about the engine stats and electronics when it comes to this new machine, as bikes like this need to look and feel as good as they ride. And to be completely honest with you, we reckon BSA have absolutely nailed this one. So to start with, sat on top of its rumbling engine, we find a very apt traditional 12-litre teardrop shaped fuel tank that just screams nostalgia and takes its inspiration from BSA's original M24 and DB34 Gold Star models. The tank gets that beloved unmistakable trademark BSA logo on either side that fits in perfectly with pinstripes and an offset chromed fuel filler cap. Moving back, there's a typically Brit bike flat seat with a very accessible height of 780mm that works great alongside gentle pegs and bars, affording the rider a very comfortable and relaxing riding position. In keeping with its history, the bike features twin analog clocks. However, you do get the addition of an internal LCD display for easy reading, and much to our surprise on a bike like this, a very useful USB charger mounted on the handlebars. So the bike's set to come in 2 flavours, with the Legacy Edition carrying a few unique touches that include chrome finished fenders, mirrors and levers, as well as polished engine covers, and a beautiful white beaded seat, just to mention a few. The Legacy's also finished in a special silver sheen scheme that we think really makes the bike pop. The new 600 gets a pair of traditional wire wheels that, along with its tubular cradle frame, that gives it that full-on nostalgic retro look, and also makes the bike almost undistinguishable from the Goldies of the 1960s. So to start with, as mentioned a moment ago, this new Goldie sports a pair of authentic 36-spoked chrome wheels, with an 18-inch rim up front and a 17-inch rim at the back, that are matched perfectly to a pair of Pirelli Phantom Sports Comp tyres. In the suspension department, humps and bumps are handled by a set of 41mm traditional forks that help to preserve the bike's character, while at the rear, 5-stage preload adjustable twin shocks provide extra stability when 2's up or when carrying a fully loaded luggage complement. And just to show an extra touch of quality, stoppers are provided by Brembo's over a single 320mm disc up front with a 250mm rear disc that's definitely more than enough to keep this bike in check. So one of the things that we think makes this bike stand out from the crowd is BSA's opted for a large capacity single, when even the likes of its long-term rival Royal Enfield's moved on to 650cc parallel twin engines. The new A2 compliant machine's powered by a 652cc single-cylinder DOHC engine that produces a claimed 45 brake horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 55 Newton meters or 40.5 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPM, and with fins reminiscent of the original air-cooled Gold Star that finished rolling off the production line in the 1960s, BSA say this new Euro 5 motor starts to pull from as little as 1,800 RPM. And just to make life that bit easier when chugging along back lanes, there's even a slip and assist clutch. So what else can we tell you for now about this bike? Well, the new engine features liquid cooling, a 4-valve head with twin overhead camshafts, and twin balancers to smooth out the vibrations from its big single. And we also reckon you should expect a top speed of around 160 km an hour, making this bike still a ton-up machine. So to be honest with you, there's not a lot I can say about the bike's reliability, apart from, as it carries the Gold Star name, we hope it lives up to its reputation. However, what we can say is the new machine was designed in the UK and built in India, and with the BSA brand now owned by the Mahindra Group, that's one of Asia's largest automotive engineering conglomerates, and the amount of money they've pumped into this project, it's definitely in their own interest to get this bike right, as a shoddy and unreliable machine will kill the UK, American and European markets stone dead before it's had a chance to get going. The brand new Gold Star 650 singles set to begin production in India in January 2022, and we hope it will hit the showroom floors a couple of months later. So although there's no official word on the pricing yet, we are expecting the bike to be priced somewhere in the region of $5,000 for the standard and $6,000 for the legacy model. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, at this level of pricing and performance, it should put it in direct competition with Royal Enfield's Interceptor 650 Twin, that's also assembled in India and is one of the UK's and Europe's favourite retro bikes, thanks to its simplistic charm and easygoing riding appeal. So, as we've already said, BSA plans to have this new Goldie in stores by spring of 2022. And what's more, it looks like the standard model to start with will be available in 4 different colour options, the first of which being that very stunning insignia red paint scheme, and with its white pinstripes and bold colours, it's definitely an eye-catcher. Other colours include Dawn Silver that really help to capture that classic look, and my personal favourite being Midnight Black, as with its understated yet bold appearance, for me it personally fits the bill to a T. And of course, for those of you that like a bit of tradition, you also have the Highland Green. And last but not least, the Legacy Edition with its silver sheen paint job. And with an abundance of polished chrome that really helps it stand out from the crowd, it's sure to be many people's favourite. So when it comes to the electronics package on this new Goldie, it gets no rider modes, no EMUs, no traction control systems, and definitely no lean angle cornering control sensitivity settings. It doesn't even get the obligatory TFT dash that adorns most modern bikes nowadays. But let me tell you, to some that'll be a breath of fresh air, as many riders feel that all the electronical clutter you get on modern bikes nowadays only takes away from the pure pleasure of getting away from it all and simply riding. So what do you think? Is this bike better without all the electronics and fuss? Or do you think they should have moved with the times and given it some gadgets, Bluetooths and settings to play with? Anyway, we'd love to hear your take on this, so don't forget to drop us a comment in the comments section below. As always, thumbs up if you enjoyed, sub if you want. Thanks for watching. My name's Bobby Max. I'm out of here.